Hey everybody, this is Stuart making another video about Path of Exile. Today I wanted to focus on minions per a request from a viewer that left a comment in one of my other videos. So basically there are three and a half different minion abilities, and the three gems are all blue gems. There's Summon Skeletons, Raise Zombie, and Raise Spectre. Skeletons can be summoned without having a corpse around. You can, the base is, I want to say 4, and you can summon more as you go along. That number can also be affected by talents in the skill tree. Zombies do require a corpse around, and Spectre, I'm not certain because I haven't used it. I'll test it out real quick though. But those are the three main, looks like Spectre does require a corpse around. Those are the three main blue abilities. There's also another ability on a gem that I don't have, but I think it's called Dominate or something like that. But basically when you kill somebody, it will bring them back to life as your minion for a little while, and they'll fight for you, and then they'll actually, or it might be a totem or something like that. They'll fight for you on your side for a while and help you against their teammates basically, and then eventually they'll turn back and come after you again. But I'm going to focus on these three just because these are the three I know the most about. So they're all spells, so they can benefit from support gems. I just wanted to cover some of the gems you might want to consider using with them. The first ones are any kind of gems that add elemental damage. I believe these should work for the melee attacks that your minions are doing. So anything like added lightning damage, added cold damage, added fire damage, things like that should all help your minions do more damage. There's three just straight minion support gems. One is minion life, one is minion damage. There's another one called minion speed, I think, which increases the movement speed. But I would say that minion life and minion damage are probably two that you were kind of required, almost not required, but probably two of the best by far that you'd want to have with a minion type build. Again, added cold damage would be another example. I think melee damage and full life should work. Obviously if your minions are in full life, not when they're hurting, but I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. And I tried equipping it, and it does show up as a modifier on the little spell icon down in the bottom. Another one that I haven't tried out, but my friend has used with great success and really likes, is to use Spell Totem with Skeletons. Skeletons are a little bit more fragile than zombies or specters, and they're going to die a lot more often. So if you have a Spell Totem linked to Summon Skeleton, it should be spamming that spell only when it's not, number of skeletons you have out isn't capped. So if you're allowed to have out 10 skeletons and you only have out 9, it'll cast and summon another one. So that's really helpful in boss fights and stuff like that. So you don't have to be constantly spamming summon skeleton yourself. You can just cast that totem. It'll take care of summoning the skeletons for you, and you can focus on casting one of your other abilities. One support gem I wanted to really point out that I don't think will work is weapon elemental damage. I checked a little bit on the forums, and this is just one they mentioned that most minions probably either aren't carrying a weapon, or if they do, if the graphic does show them carrying a weapon, it probably isn't actually taking that into account in their attacks. So I would not recommend using weapon elemental damage as a support gem. Also, to the best of my knowledge, the things like your weapons and your gear aren't going to help your minions out at all unless they specifically call out a minion ability. So for instance, if I had a wand and it said, +2 to minion ability or +2 to minion damage or something like that, that would probably affect minions. One area I'm not certain of is added damage. So when it says like it adds 4 to 79 lightning damage, I'm guessing that does not affect minions, but I don't know that for certain. If anybody does, let me know in the comments. I can update the video with a little comment. Also, the similar question about something like global critical strike chance. Not certain. The other thing that you can really do to help with a minion build is the keystones, and so you'll see like right here next to the witch starting point is an example of a good one. There are a bunch of keystones around that will increase number of minions you can summon, how much damage the minions do, how much life they have, etc. And one really helpful way to determine, not only for this kind of build but for any build, if you go on the Path of Exile website, on their on the skill tree that they have there on their website, you can highlight a couple options at the bottom, one of which is highlight similar skills. So when you mouse over a skill, it'll light up anywhere else on this huge skill tree where a similar skill is at. So if I wanted to find anywhere where minion skills are, I would just mouse over this and it'd light up the other nodes that have similar abilities. Now obviously this is in-game, so it's not going to do that. The other option you can highlight on that skill tree website is to show the shortest path to get to a certain node, which is also really helpful just in general for when you're planning out your builds. So it's got about 2 weeks, I think, left until the open beta starts and the final character wipe and all that. So hope this video is helpful. If you have any other comments or suggestions for other video topics you'd like to see, please let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching.